Hope y'all are doing well today. So, to mask or not to mask? Prior to the recent debacle in Afghanistan, women were free to display their faces. Now, not so much. Why, in the name of Allah, the God served by the Muslim religion, are women not permitted to show their faces? This is not only the reality in Afghanistan, it is the harsh reality in much of the Islamic world. I'll ask again, why? The answer to this question lies, I believe, in the way Islam perceives, or doesn't perceive, after all, they don't see them, women. Observe the manner in which Muslim men treat Muslim women. Covering the face dehumanizes the person. It is a matter of submission, control, and manipulation. We identify friend or foe by face. We communicate a great deal via facial expression and other nonverbal cues. Do you have a killer smile or a disarming smile? I can't tell. You have a mask on. Moses longed to see God's face. The apostles longed also to gaze at the face of the Father. Jesus claimed that his face was a facsimile of the Father's. We identify the dead by looking upon the face of the dead. We then promptly cover them out of respect for the spirit which has been liberated. We bear the image of our Creator, and when Adam gazed upon his wife's face for the first time, he knew immediately the rest of her would work just fine. We will probably recognize each other in the afterlife by viewing the face. The global and perpetual masking of humankind. I'm not talking about the temporary masking of surgeons, welders, and allergy sufferers, which has been going on now for about 18 months, is pernicious. The arguments for it are anemic and shallow, and I believe most of us know it, but we lack the sagacity and courage to oppose it. Simply put, we are bullied into submission with bumper sticker arguments having as much depth as a marvel's divot upon concrete. We were originally told that we needed to fight this virus together. The mystical curve must be flattened. It was an ephemeral thing. Soon it would be over. Forget the fact that anyone with a basic biology course under his belt would know that this is not how viruses manage their affairs or the affairs of men. So now we were looking down the road and there are no exit signs in sight. Perpetual masking is the order of the day. And if you even think about not complying, you are deemed one with the Dark Lord himself, a minstrel with nefarious intent bent upon the poetry of chaos and destruction. Shame on you for even harboring such unfortunate biases. Repent now or burn in hell forever. Please consider the following. Are there immaterial values and principles which have in themselves a greater value than our physical lives? Here are two examples. Courage. Would you prefer to die in battle and be remembered for your temerity, or flee the field of contention and be reckoned a living poltroon? Courage is not of the physical realm. Courage is not composed of stuff. Courage is conceptual, not physical. How about faithfulness? Laying down one's life for Christ demonstrates faithfulness. Faithfulness, like courage, lies within the confines of the uncreated. Other members of this domain include justice, love, trustworthiness, logic, and numbers. We are often led to believe that there are only two reasons that rebels and scoundrels refuse to mask up. One is an ignorant and flat-footed Neanderthal. Two, one doesn't give a hoot. He's an inconsiderate malcontent. I propose a third reason. The odds of perishing of COVID are very small. The actual percentage will probably never be known due to the unreliable and inflated data. The innate value and benefit of our faces far exceeds any proposed benefit of long-term masking, as well as the statistically presented risk of death. Simply put, our faces are worth the risks. Even if one could prove with unbiased experimental veracity which one cannot. That the long-term wearing of masks decreases one's risk of contracting, not dying of, COVID by 10%, a giant figure, by the way. I would still refuse to mask. The harm to the non-atomic human soul and psyche, including relationships, communication, and God's intent for our faces, far exceeds any proposed physical gain of masking. This is a cost-benefit analysis. In my worldview, certain values and principles are worth dying for, especially if the threat of death is at best minimal. After all of this, if one with a lucid mind is determined to mask, so be it. I harbor no ill will or malice. Please return the same grace to me. It is my decision to remain unmasked. Thank you.